ready, I'm teaching Teddy, and we're gonna have some fun. Once you start your video smarts, you're sure to learn a ton. We'll learn some names, play some games, travel here and there. When our visit ends, you'll be best friends with the Teachin' Teddy Bear.
Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to a fun new way to learn, Videosmarts. I am a special part of Videosmarts because I'm the Videosmarts teacher, and I'm here to help you learn. You'll also have a special friend along who wants to learn just as much as you do. His good friends call him Teachin' Teddy. Hi, Teddy.
Hi there. I sure am excited about using my Videosmarts with you and all my new friends. I hope you don't mind the mess in my playroom, but this is my favorite room, and maybe we can use some of these things to help us learn.
And to help you and Teddy learn, we'll use our Videosmarts computer. Let's first make sure our computer is turned on. This switch should be in this position to turn it on. Make yours look like this. You'll be asked questions, and you may answer by pushing one of the buttons on your computer. Now watch your TV. When questions are asked, you will find the right answer in one of these spaces. If the right answer is in this space, you'll push this button on your computer. When you hear that sound, you should push the button to give your answer. You will have a small amount of time to answer. If you do not answer in time, you'll hear this sound. Here's your first question. To answer, push either the green yes button or the red no button. Is this a picture of a Videosmarts computer?
The answer is yes. The picture in the big space is a Videosmarts computer.
Very good, Teddy.
This is easy and fun. Kids, get ready. I'm teaching Teddy, and I know you'll enjoy this show. You're gonna learn when to say yes and when you should say no. You'll learn what's good and what is bad and just what you should do when someone says, come on and try a thing that's bad for you. You know, Roger, sometimes being a kid is complicated.
Oh, what do you mean, Teddy?
It seems like everybody's always telling you what to do. Sometimes I wish I could just say no.
Well, Teddy, sometimes you should say no.
You mean I don't always have to brush my teeth?
Oh, not exactly, Teddy. Things that your parents tell you to do, like brushing your teeth, are good for you. But sometimes other people might want you to do things that aren't good for you, and that's when you should say no.
But how will I know when it's all right to say no?
That's what we're going to learn about today.
You know that you're the one and only you, and you're the best that you can be. You know what's safe and you know what's right, and danger's something you can't see. When your friends tell you something's right and you can tell that it's wrong, that's when it's time to just say no. That's what we're talking about in this song. Just say no when something looks bad for you. Just say no if it doesn't look safe to do. You know what makes you happy, what makes you sad. You know what's good, you know what's bad. If it doesn't seem like the right way to go, just say no. You should tell a stranger no if he wants you to do something bad. And medicine is a dangerous thing if you don't get it from mom and dad. If it all seems safe, then it's okay. If you sense danger, then run away. You'll be happier if you say it. Just say no.
We live in a big world, and in that world are cities and neighborhoods and people who are familiar to us. And most of the time, they're safe. Now, when you're growing up, people may ask you to do lots of things.
Your mom may say,
clean up your room before you go outside to play.
and you may feel,
Hey, wait a minute. It'll take time to clean up my room, and that's time taken away from playing.
but your mom and dad feel that being a responsible person, someone who cleans up his or her room, is also a part of learning how to grow up.
How about when you want to stay up, and your mom or dad says it's time for bed?
Can I please stay up a little longer? I promise if you let me, I'll go to bed.
But Dad says,
Now come on, we agreed that it's time to go to bed.
and you finally say,
Okay, I will. But I don't think it's fair.
Remember the time when your parents gave in and you stayed up past your bedtime, and the next morning you were a grouchy monster. Ooh, you were tired.
So there are times when you say yes to people. But Teddy, there are also times when you have to say no.
I think I know what you're going to say. Is it about strangers?
Yes, Teddy. It's perfectly all right to say no to a grown-up, especially if they're strangers.
Can I ask you something?
No!
And that's exactly what you do. Don't even bother to say anything more than no. And run home, because there's no reason for a stranger to stop you on the streets and ask you anything. Let them ask a grown-up.
But what if a stranger comes up and says something happened at home? My mom and dad are sick, and the stranger wants to take me to the hospital.
Say no. Only someone you know, like a member of your family or a close friend, would know if your mom and dad were sick. A stranger wouldn't know that.
What if a neighbor asked me to come into her house when my parents aren't home?
Teddy, do you really think you should?
Well, what if she just baked a pie and she wants me to have some?
Teddy, you shouldn't go anywhere unless your mother or father knows where you are and who you're with. You should say,
no, I'll have to ask my parents.
And if the neighbor says, but I talked to your parents and they said it was okay to have some pie, you should say,
no, I'll come over when my mom or dad say I can.
Terrific. Tell me, Teddy, do you get an allowance?
Well, sometimes I do, but my parents think that cleaning my room is something I should just do, not something I should do only if I get paid. But there are times when I wish I had my own money to spend.
Hey, son, here's $1. You see, my car just broke down, and I need someone to keep an eye on it until I get help to fix it.
You should say no and run home, because grown-ups should ask other grown-ups to help them. You know, I knew a little girl once. She was at the movies one time, and this man touched her. She felt scared and yucky. She knew it was wrong. So she got up and shouted at this person, "Don't you do that to me!" She ran out to the manager. Even if the adult person is someone you know, your body belongs to you, and you have the right to say who touches it.
And the people, Teddy, who respect you are the ones who'd never ask you to do anything that would make you feel yucky or squirmy or hot around the ears.
Or do something to scare you and cause your heart to start beating faster, or cause you to cry, or cause you to want to run home and tell your parents.
Kids can do a lot to protect themselves. We don't have to be scared.
That's right, Teddy. Say no, shout no, scream and holler no, 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 and run home to tell your mom or dad. Anyone can use the word no. The word no is a word that can protect you.
Don't talk to strangers. Stranger can mean danger. Don't talk to anyone you don't know well. And don't go with strangers. Strangers can mean danger. If a stranger stops you, run away and yell. Never, never talk to a stranger. Never, never go with a stranger. A stranger can be danger. A stranger can be danger. A stranger can be danger.
Boys and girls, we're going to play a new question game using the words yes and no. You'll answer questions by using the green or red buttons on your Videosmarts computer. The word yes is spelled Y-E-S and looks like this. You'll find the word yes on the green button. The word no is spelled N-O and looks like this. You'll find the word no on the red button. You'll see a picture in this space, and you'll be asked a question about the picture. Answer the question after the tone by pushing either the green yes button or the red no button to give your answer. Now here's your first question. Here's a lady who says she's just baked a pie and wants you to come into her house to taste it. Should you go home first and ask your parents? Choose yes or no.
I know. The answer is yes. You should go home and ask your mom or dad first before going to anybody's house for any reason.
That's right, Teddy. Now here's a man whose car doesn't work, and he's offering you money to help him fix it. Should you help him? Choose yes or no.
The answer is no. If he needs someone to help fix it, he can call a service station. I would tell him no and run home and tell my mom or dad what happened.
Here's a stranger who wants to take you to the hospital because he says your mom and dad are there. Should you go with him?
The answer is no. If your mom or dad were sick in the hospital, a stranger wouldn't know. I'd say no and run home and tell my parents.
We can protect ourselves from danger in other ways. There are things in and around your house that can be dangerous if you're not careful.
But I thought home is the safest place there is.
It usually is, but there are places and things around your home that can be dangerous.
Dangerous?
Yes, Teddy. For example, water can be dangerous, particularly if it's deep.
This is a trench, and it's filled with water from a lot of rain. This is not a swimming pool. Trenches and other big holes in the ground can fill up with water, and deep ditches or trenches filled with water are very dangerous.
That's why you should never, ever play near an open hole, even if it isn't filled with water.
This is a bathtub. You shouldn't be in the bathtub unless a grown-up knows you're in the tub and is close by. You can play with ducks in a bathtub, but you cannot dive into a bathtub or swim underwater.
Bathtubs are for bathing, and swimming pools where lifeguards are around are for swimming. Never swim in any pool if there's no grown-up with you. Now, Teddy and boys and girls, here are some more yes and no questions. This is a trench filled with water. Is it safe to play in or near a trench?
The answer is no. All trenches are dangerous, and when there's water in them, they're even more dangerous. Here's a picture of a bathtub. Should you dive into the tub or try to swim in the tub?
The answer is no. Bathtubs can be dangerous and should only be used to take a bath. A grown-up should know you're in the tub and be in the room with you or be very close by. Here's a picture of a swimming pool with a lifeguard. Is this a safe place to swim and play?
The answer is yes. This is a safe swimming pool because a lifeguard is there to watch.
That's right, Teddy. Swimming can be a lot of fun as long as you follow these safety rules. Never go swimming alone. There should always be an adult with you, and make sure they're watching whenever you're in the water.
Ooh, stay away from deep water and never dive or jump in shallow water.
Gee, with all those rules, how can you have any fun?
The rules are there to help you have fun, Teddy. Swimming is a sport, like baseball. Would baseball be any fun if there weren't any rules?
Strike! Gee, I guess not. You couldn't even play baseball without rules.
That's right, Teddy. So just play by the rules and you'll have lots of fun whenever you go swimming.
Are there other things in the house you have to be careful about?
This is a match, a hot match. In fact, it's one of the hottest things around. It's not a toy, though. Matches aren't something to play with.
So if I see a match, I shouldn't play with it.
Because you may accidentally strike it. If you do that, you will burn yourself. Matches can cause fires if they are not properly used. And fires are very dangerous.
Gee, if fires are so dangerous, why do we have matches and things that can cause fires in the house at all?
Fire can be dangerous, Teddy, but it can be very useful, too, if it's used in the right way.
Fire from a furnace or a fireplace can heat our homes when it's cold outside.
And fire can be used to cook food on the stove or in the oven. That's right. It's all right for your parents or other grown-ups to use a stove for cooking, but you should never play near a stove or fireplace. You might accidentally start a fire and hurt yourself.
Take a look at this, Roger. It's a smoke detector. The house needs another one, just to play it safe. That's what my dad said.
Ooh, smoke detectors can save your life. This is what a smoke detector looks like. When there is smoke in your house, the detector makes a sound like this.
Never hide when there's a fire, because then no one can find you.
So I should never hide in a closet or under a bed, even if I get scared.
You're right, never hide. Closets or underneath the bed are not places you want to be if there's a fire. If you hide, no one can find you. Better than hiding, and safer than hiding, is knowing where the exits are in your house. You can leave through a window or a door. Those are exits.
Your parents may even have a portable ladder that can quickly be fastened inside your room and then hung outside your window.
Every month, your family should practice how to get out of your house or apartment, just in case there is a fire. If you practice with your parents, then you know where the safe exits are to leave your home quickly.
If you see or smell smoke or hear a smoke alarm, when there is smoke, there is fire. And fire can burn you. Fire can hurt you. Nothing's more dangerous than fire. When you see smoke, you have to get help. Don't try to put out the fire yourself. Cry fire, 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 and get away. Don't play with matches. Don't play with wires. Matches and wires are ways to start fires. When you see smoke, you have to get help. Don't try to put out the fire yourself. Cry fire, 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 and get away. Get away.
Here are some matches in a box. Is it safe to play with matches?
The answer is definitely no. Matches are very dangerous because a match can burn you or cause a fire.
Here's a smoke detector. When it sounds an alarm like this, should you tell someone?
The answer is yes. When a smoke detector alarm sounds, we should tell our parents right away. If they are not at home, you should find a grown-up that you know who is close by and tell them.
Here is a picture of a room on fire. If there were a fire in your room, should you find a place to hide?
No, no, no! You should never hide from a fire. If you hide, no one will be able to find you, and not even the firefighters. You should get out of the house as fast as you can.
Here is a picture of a house that's on fire. If there's a fire in your house, should you get out?
The answer is yes. You should get outside, because outside is the safest place to be if there's a fire in your home.
Here's a grown-up using a stove to cook dinner. Is this a safe way to use fire?
Yes, it's all right for your parents or other grown-ups to use the stove for cooking.
That's right, Teddy. Here are some kids playing near a stove. Is this safe?
No, it's not safe. You shouldn't play near a stove. You might accidentally start a fire, or you could get burned.
Ooh, very good, Teddy. And remember, fire can be very helpful for things like heating our homes and cooking our food.
But if it isn't used in the right way, fire can be very dangerous. And that's why you should never play with fire or near anything that could start a fire.
I think I understand now. Fire and water are both good for some things, but they can be dangerous if they're not used the right way. Is there anything else like that we should be careful about?
Well, Teddy, sometimes when you're sick, your parents or the doctor give you medicine to help you get well.
I know, and sometimes it tastes awful.
It really doesn't matter what it tastes like, Teddy. If you're sick, taking the proper medicine can help you get well again.
But if you're not sick, you shouldn't take medicine that you don't need. You should never take medicine if you don't need it to get well or stay well.
Why? Is medicine one of those good things that can be dangerous?
That's right, Teddy. It's all right for your parents to give you medicine, and it's all right for a doctor or nurse to give you medicine because they know the right way to use medicine. but you should only take medicine when they tell you to.
Gee, what if I take some medicine out of the cupboard or refrigerator by mistake?
Your parents probably keep most of the medicine in a safe place, where you won't get it by accident, like a medicine cabinet in the bathroom.
But if you find something that you think might be medicine, you should show it to your mom or dad right away. They'll know what to do with it. And even if it isn't medicine, you shouldn't eat or drink anything without asking your parents first.
That's right. Remember, you should never eat or drink anything if you don't know what it is.
You should always ask your parents or another grown-up first. Now let's try a few more questions. Ready, Teddy?
You bet.
Here is a doctor. Is it all right for a doctor to give you medicine?
Yes, it's all right for a doctor to give you medicine. He knows when you need medicine and how to use it.
Good, Teddy. Here's a bottle. Is it okay for you to eat or drink what's inside if you don't know what it is?
No, it's not okay. It might be medicine that you're not supposed to take, and you should never eat or drink anything if you don't know what it is.
That's right, Teddy. Always ask your parents or another grown-up first. Here's a little girl sick in bed. Is it all right for her parents to give her medicine?
Oh, yes it is. Medicine can help you get well if you're sick. And your parents know when you need medicine and how to use it. Doctors, nurses, and parents are all people who can give you medicine when you need it.
I know it's all right for the doctor to give me medicine, but sometimes he gives me a shot and it hurts. Sometimes I wish I could just say no.
You might feel even worse if he didn't give you that shot. You might get very sick and feel just awful.
But there are times when you should say no, Teddy.
Really? When?
If someone other than your parents or a doctor offers you medicine or drugs, you should say no.
Oh, some boy or girl might tell you it's fun. They might tell you that taking drugs will make you feel better even if you're not sick. But don't listen to them.
That's right. If you're not sick, taking drugs or medicine you don't need can make you sick.
So I shouldn't take medicine if I don't need it. And I should never take drugs from other kids or strangers. Sometimes it's okay to say no.
Sometimes, Teddy, it's the best thing you can do.
You know that you're the one and only you, and you're the best that you can be. You know what's safe and you know what's right, and danger's something you can see. When your friends tell you something's right and you can tell that it's wrong, that's when it's time to just say no. That's what we're talking about in this song. Just say no when something looks bad for you. Just say no. If it doesn't look safe to do, you know what makes you happy, what makes you sad. You know what's good, you know what's bad. If it doesn't look like the right way to go, just say no.
If a boy or girl you know offers you medicine or drugs, should you take it?
No, even if you're feeling sick, you should only take medicine from your parents, a doctor, or a nurse.
If you take drugs when you're not sick, will they make you feel even better?
Oh, no! If you're not sick, taking drugs or medicine you don't need can make you sick. If a stranger tries to give you drugs, what should you say?
You should say no. Sometimes saying no is the best thing you can do. Only your parents or a doctor or nurse should give you medicine, and you should not take drugs you don't need. Just say no.
Oh, that's right, Teddy. You really understand this well.
Well, thanks. But what if everybody else is doing something and I'm the only one who says no? I don't want to be the only one who's different.
Oh, it's good to be different, Teddy. It means you're being yourself. Just imagine what the world would be like if everybody was the same.
It would be boring.
That's right, Teddy. Being different is what makes people interesting. I'm a fish and I like to swim. Roger's a bird and he likes to fly.
And you're both my friends, even though we all like different things. We don't always have to do the same things to be friends.
That's the idea. You don't have to do what everybody else does. Just be yourself. You can be as happy and have as much fun as anybody in the whole world by just being yourself. And you should know, Teddy, that cigarettes and drinks with alcohol are drugs, too.
Oh, if you ever see kids who drink alcohol or smoke cigarettes, you should know that what they might think is cool is actually hurting them.
How can smoking cigarettes or drinking alcohol hurt someone?
Cigarettes can make you sick. Doctors and scientists tell us that smoking causes cancer and other bad sicknesses.
All the smoke and dirty air goes into your lungs and body. So people who smoke can't breathe as well, run as fast, or jump as high as they could if they didn't smoke.
And it's also against the law for kids to smoke.
All right, I've got it. Let's have some more questions.
Okay, Teddy. Here is someone offering cigarettes to some kids. Should they try them?
No, cigarettes are bad for everyone. The kids should just say no.
Here is someone offering you a cigarette. Should you try it?
The answer is no. I wouldn't try cigarettes because I know cigarettes are bad for me. They can make me sick, and that could slow me down so I wouldn't be able to have fun when I'm out in the yard playing.
Ooh, good for you, Teddy. And like smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol is bad for kids, too.
What kind of drinks have alcohol in them?
Beer and wine are two kinds of drinks with alcohol in them.
And why are drinks with alcohol in them bad for kids?
Doctors tell us that alcohol can slow your growth. It can take away your energy, causing you to feel tired all the time. And it can stop your brain from working at its best, making it harder for you to think or remember things.
And it's also against the law for kids to drink alcohol, so not only can it hurt your body and make you sick, it's also illegal.
All right, I've got it. Let's have some more questions.
Here is someone telling kids that it's cool to drink alcohol. Is it all right for these kids to drink alcohol?
No, no, no. Drinking alcohol isn't cool at all because taking drugs like alcohol can make you sick.
That's right, Teddy. Now, here's a table with cans of beer and bottles of wine. Is it okay for you to drink any of these?
No, it's not all right to drink these because beer and wine have alcohol in them, and alcohol can make you sick.
Excellent, Teddy. That's right. You don't need drugs to have fun or to be cool or to make friends. Just be yourself. Do what you know is right. Just say no, and you can't go wrong.
You should tell a stranger no if he wants you to do something bad. And medicine is a dangerous thing if you don't get it from Mom and Dad. If it all seems safe, then it's okay. If you sense danger, then run away. You'll be happier if you say it. Just say no. Just say no when something looks bad for you. Just say no. If it doesn't look safe to do, you know what makes you happy, what makes you sad. You know what's good and you know what's bad. If it doesn't look like the right way to go, just say no.
Roger, what's wrong? You look a little unhappy.
I am. I was remembering about walking through the playground yesterday, and kids laughed at me because I wouldn't play what they were playing.
I'm sorry to hear that, Roger.
Me too, Roger. But don't let what other people say bother you. You know you're a good bird, and we think you're pretty special, too.
Really?
That's right. Roger is special. And so are you, Penelope, and you, Teddy, and all your friends. Every boy and girl is special.
Why do you say that?
Because there's no one in the world exactly like you, Roger. You are the one and only you. That's what makes you special. You and all your friends should never forget how truly special you are.
Each of you is the one and only you, and I am the one and only me. Each of us is someone no one else can be. Sure, every bird has feathers, and every fish has scales, and every single teddy bear has a stubby sort of tail. But Roger, you are a special bird. You are a special bird to me. And Penelope, you are different than the other fish I see. And you know lots of teddy bears, but I'm sure you would agree that each of you is the one and only you, and I am the one and only me. What else makes everyone so special?
Oh, lots of things. The way we look, the way we play, the way we talk. Every person is different. That's what makes all our friends so much fun.
We sure have talked about a lot of things today. Maybe we should try a few more questions just to make sure I remember it all.
Okay, Teddy. Here is a swimming pool with a lifeguard. Is it all right to swim in it?
Yes, a pool with a lifeguard on duty is a safe place to swim. But kids should never swim in a pool if there isn't a lifeguard or an adult there to watch.
Oh, that's right, Teddy. Here are some matches. Is it all right to play with them?
No, matches can start fires, and fires can be dangerous. Kids should never play with matches.
Right again, Teddy. Here are some cigarettes in an ashtray. Is it all right to try smoking them?
No, absolutely not. Cigarettes are bad for you. They'll make you sick.
And cigarettes can start fires, too. You should stay away from them. Here are some drinks in a cooler. Is it all right to just take one and drink it?
No, you should never drink anything if you don't know what it is.
Oh, that's right, Teddy. Sometimes grown-ups have drinks like beer or wine with alcohol in them. But just because grown-ups drink alcohol doesn't mean it's all right for kids, too.
You should never drink anything if you don't know what it is, and you should always ask your mom or dad first. Here is someone offering drugs to a girl. Should she take them?
No, no, no. Taking medicine or drugs when you're not sick will just make you sick.
And you should only take medicine from a doctor or your mom or dad. Oh, if someone else tries to give you drugs, you should just say no.
That's right, Roger. Sometimes saying no is the best thing you can say. And what should you say if your parents ask you to brush your teeth?
Yes, brushing your teeth is good for you.
Very good, Teddy. It looks like you've really learned when to say yes and when you should just say no.
Boy, I sure have learned a lot today. Thanks, Roger. Thanks, Penelope. Bye.
Bye-bye, Teddy.
Oh, bye, Teddy. Now sing your song.
You know that you're the one and only you, and you're the best that you can be. You know what's safe and you know what's right, and danger's something you can see. When your friends tell you something's right and you can tell that it's wrong, that's when it's time to just say no. That's what we're talking about in this song. Just say no when something looks bad for you. Just say no. If it doesn't look safe to do, you know what makes you happy, what makes you sad. You know what's good, you know what's bad. If it doesn't look like the right way to go, just say no. You should tell a stranger no if he wants you to do something bad. And medicine is a dangerous thing if you don't get it from mom and dad. If it all seems safe, then it's okay. If you sense danger, then run away. You'll be happier if you say it. Just say no.